Hey y'all, have you ever had a strawberry cobbler? You know, I'm known for my peach cobbler, big time peach cobbler, uh, apple cobbler, pear cobbler. Pear cobbler is probably one of my favorites. You know, so a blueberry, love a blueberry cobbler. But today I'm going to share with y'all a recipe for strawberry cobbler. And the thing about this recipe is you can make it in one big pan, but I love the idea of making it in individual ramekins, especially if you're having a dinner party or you've got a lot of children and they just want to come. They don't have to worry about dipping up any, just they can grab them a ramekin and have a feast. All right, so I've got 4 pounds of strawberries that are cut up, and I'm going to put them into my big pot, and I'm going to cover them with sugar, and they're going to need to sit for 30 minutes. So we will be back in 30 minutes. While our strawberries are sitting, y'all, I'm going to start getting the other part of this recipe together. I've got a couple of tablespoons of water right here, and I've got cornstarch. So I'm going to mix that together because we're going to be cooking our strawberries, you know, for a few minutes. And we're going to need this to kind of thicken the juice that is coming out of our strawberries. And that's why they need to sit for 30 minutes, because they're going to produce a very nice juice after they've set for a while. And you can see the juice, it's starting to throw out some juice. But that's why you want to let them sit, because you don't want a dry cobbler. All right. So I've got our cornstarch and water mixed together. And when we start cooking those, I'll tighten it up with that. But in the meantime, we're making a crust kind of like you would do on Michael's favorite dessert. What is that his mother used to make that he loves so much?
The crumble?
Yes. An apple. I can't remember if it was apple crumble. But so we're making that kind of top. So we've got our brown sugar. We've got our oatmeal, and I think that's a 5-minute cook oatmeal. And I'm going to need a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I can get my fingernail. Now, you shouldn't measure like this over your bowl, but I'm going to do it anyway, because if I get a little extra cinnamon, it ain't going to hurt nothing. That was my water. That was my sugar. Okay, so now I'm going to add my flour. And I'm going to add a half a cup of softened butter. And I used to have a pastry cutter, but it seems like it hurt my hand somehow. And I think I threw it away. So we're going to do this with a fork. You want to make sure your butter is certainly not melted, but nice and soft, so it'll mix in with your other ingredients. All right, y'all. Our strawberries set close to 30 minutes. And now I have put them over medium heat. And I'm going to cook them for a couple of minutes and hopefully pull out some more of that wonderful strawberry syrup. And because we want our cobbler to be, you know, juicy. And then I'm going to add the slurry to it. And if I feel like there's not enough juice, I may add a little water to it to make sure it's juicy. Okay, y'all, our strawberries are hot. So I'm going to pour our slurry of cornstarch and water in there. And I'm going to bring this to a boil and watch it thicken up, these strawberries. And I added an extra 1/4 of a cup of water because I don't want my cobbler to be dry. So I was afraid, since I had shortened the sitting time, I probably let them sit for 20 minutes. So to make up for the short time of me letting them sit, I just added another 1/4 of a cup of water to it. And I think that was the right thing to do. You know, sometimes you just have to make a judgment call. And that was my judgment call. Okie dokie. It's tightened up some. So we're going to take this off. I cut off the heat. I cooked it for maybe just a couple of minutes after it started boiling. So there's really nothing to cook. It's just strictly for that. I don't want to put that on. I love both these cutting boards. I don't want to mess them up. All right, so we did our topping for it. So like I said, this would be so beautiful in individual servings. So what we're going to do now, I think I'm going to actually let this cool for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to pour it in our 13 by 9 by 2. And we've got our topping, and I'm just going to crumble that on top of it. And remember, it's got that yummy stick of real butter in it. So the butter's going to come down in it, you know. Look at those beautiful strawberries, y'all. They kept their color. And now, if I had ramekins to put that in, it would hold a cup. It would hold that much. That would be a really nice big serving. Oh my goodness, this is going to be yummy, yummy. With some vanilla ice cream, y'all. Oh. So we're going to bake this in the oven for 25 or 30 minutes at 350. And I like to get my hands in this. I actually put it in the refrigerator so that butter could get a little bit hard so I could work it with my fingers. But, you know, it just makes it so much easier to me to get your hands in it. I used a fork up until the last minute, but then I had to put my hands in it, y'all. Okay. I put our crumble as evenly as I could because I want every bite somebody takes to taste that crumble. So this is going in the oven, 350 for about 25 minutes. Y'all, I let this cobbler get to room temperature because it was so hot it would have taken the skin off the roof of my mouth. So I let it cool so I could really dig in and taste it. And when I make this again, I'm going to double the crunchy top because, you know, I do like a lot of crunch. Look at the strawberries. They stayed so pretty and red. Ice cream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. This is delicious, but it would be even better with ice cream. Or on top of the slice of a pound cake. Be like a strawberry shortcake. Delicious. So good, Eddie. Can I dip you a bowl, Eddie? Hope y'all had fun today. And I'll see you again real soon. Love and best dishes. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.